Welcome to the Fair Media Council's Folio Awards. I'm Ernie Shimizi.
And I'm Jackie Clement. Thank you for being with us.
Jackie, a big year. It's always been a big year for the Folio Awards and for the Fair Media Council, but you've got something very special planned, your annual awards dinner.
Yes, we're very excited to be hosting Dateline NBC's Chris Hansen as our keynoter today. A lot of people are excited to be able to see and hear him live on Long Island. So there's been a lot of excitement, but also, of course, the awards themselves that the public chooses. They vote on the media's work. So today is really important in terms of the public giving the media really important feedback on how relevant their work is to the community, and that's really what makes the program so special.
For our viewers who are new to the Folio Awards and to the Fair Media Council, today over 600 business leaders, educators, and media giants, the people who run radio, newspaper, television, will be here to be part of this organization. And it's different from any other organization because you hold the media's feet. You praise them, but you also hold the media's feet to the fire.
Well, it's only fair. If you get to critique them every now and then, you should tell them when they do a good job, right? But yes, what our role is really representing the public and letting the media know if they're falling down on the job. You know, what are they doing to be responsible in their news coverage of the local community, and how to keep them responsive to the local community. And that's really the key factors behind the organization itself.
Jackie, a little bit about yourself. You're the executive director of the Fair Media Council.
I am.
The organization is open to membership. Could we talk a little bit about the organization and what you're doing to spearhead this?
We have over 200 businesses and nonprofit organizations that are members. Anyone in the metro area, a business or a nonprofit, is eligible to be a member. News organizations may not be members based on our mission and our agenda is if we're going to advocate for quality local news, we want to make sure there are no conflict of interest, and we wouldn't want anyone to accuse us of playing favorites, if someone was a member and someone wasn't. But basically, we work year-long to educate the public about news, how it works, how to understand it, and how to critique it themselves, as well as give them opportunities to meet the media and create an open dialogue and establish relationships.
Stay with us. You're going to see something you normally don't see, and that is the news people who are here. A little bit relaxed, albeit the fact that this is the organization that holds them accountable, and we're very proud to be here as your presenting station.
Well, we are thrilled that Hamptons Television has come out year after year to be our official broadcasters of the Folio Awards. They're always welcome. We love the work that you do.
Great. On with the show. If not for the support that the Fair Media Council has, it wouldn't exist for over 30-plus years. And I'm with Jim Kenney, who's the chairman of the Fair Media Council. There's only room for one chairperson.
That is I.
And Mr. George Santiago, who's the president of Briarcliff College. And Briarcliff College is home to the Fair Media Council.
Yes, it is. We're really excited. We've been supporting Fair Media Council for probably the last 8 to 10 years at least, and we're going to continue. We enjoy what they do, and it's important work.
Let's talk a little bit about the Fair Media Council and the work that you guys do.
Well, I mean, there are many things that this group does. Obviously, we are a media watchdog group first, but it's more than that now. We educate the public about good media, getting good media relations, how to get your story out. The council does so much for not only Long Island, but for the whole New York community. And it's an honor to be here to serve with Jackie, who does an outstanding job.
Absolutely. If not for her energy, it wouldn't be the case. Jim, when you're not chairman of the Fair Media Council, you have other responsibilities.
Well, my day job is a partner at the accounting firm of Weiser & Mazars LLP. We're a 550-strong firm here in the New York area, and we're very proud to support the Fair Media Council.
And George, Briarcliff College, you guys are making a big name for yourself, not only here on Long Island, but throughout the United States.
We're trying. We're a career-focused institution, and what we're trying to do is graduate students and get them into their careers, into employment. their dreams, and we're expanding into the healthcare industry, and also we're going fully online, so that expands our base and more opportunities for students across the country.
Two important members of the Fair Media Council, the blending of education and business coming together to give strength to this organization. Fair Media Council attracts the top names in media, and we've got two important people here.
We're always happy to host some of the best in local news in the world, not just New York. With us today is Harry Martin from Channel 9 and Sara Wallace from Channel 7. They're great broadcasters, but what people probably don't already know about them, they also happen to be husband and wife.
That's right.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Right. I know you're an investigative reporter, so you must have really checked this guy out.
Absolutely. You know, all of his secrets I now know, and I'm not disclosing any of them.
You should hear some of the conversations, though, that we have at our house, especially with our family, about, you know, news events, because we talk about stories all the time. I talk about with Sara what she's working on. She talks to me about what I'm working on. So we have some pretty interesting dinner conversation when we get a chance to have dinner together.
What a heck of a household, I tell you. You know, this could be really intense. This organization, the Fair Media Council, is an important one because we celebrate quality in news, and this is what both of you are about. But you've put yourself on the line. We're so proud of what you do because you actually go out there and utilize this medium in a way that it really should be utilized.
Well, you know, I mean, it sounds so cliched, but it really is true that we often do give a voice to people who would not normally have a voice. And with everybody downsizing and cutting back so much, it becomes more and more critical for us to do what we do. And the people who are being honored here today, I think it's so, because they are quality people and they are doing important stories. And we also need to really recognize everybody who's doing that kind of reporting.
Now, in the case of Harry, I see him jumping between 5 and 9 and 9 and 5.
I know. I'm tired. I can't figure it out. Our children go, "Where's Dad today?"
What state is he in? Where is he? What's he doing? But you know what? It's exactly what Sara was saying. I mean, this is a difficult time for a lot of different industries. It's a difficult time for the broadcast industry. So one of the key things is, you know, you got to be cost effective. And by working at both stations, going back and forth, I can lend my expertise to two different stations. We're all really one happy family because you know, Channel 9 and Channel 5 are both owned by Fox, so it's part of that duopoly, and it's really enriching for me. I mean, I'm delighted that I'm able to do it simply because I get to cover New Jersey, I get to cover New York, I get to go back and forth, I get to work with a pool of the most talented people, so that's why I'm really blessed about doing it.
I mean, you guys are a TV station in your own right.
I know,
that's right.
I know. 5, 7, 9, and you know, and all our friends, of course, are in the business.
I think we got half the TV stations in the market covered between the two of us.
But then when we have parties, you know, and all our friends are at Channel 4, Channel 11, so usually at our house someone's represented.
Well, thank you for being represented here at the Folio Awards.
Thanks. And you know
Jackie,
what? We want to thank Jackie too, because she's invited us every single year, and we love to see you every year.
We're happy to have you. It's a great event.
It's wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for doing the work you do every day.
We're with Dennis Swanson, and for those of you who haven't seen our previous broadcasts of the Folio Awards, Dennis is an important person in the world of television. You head up operations at Fox. In fact, you've had so many titles over the years, I've stopped counting, but he's the boss.
Well, this business has been great to me. I have no complaints.
Has it changed in any way? Because when we talk about TV, you've been part of TV for a number of years.
52.
Of course, 52. Of course, we celebrate all media, radio, newspapers are here represented at the Folio Awards. But when we talk about your 52 years in television, you headed NBC for a number of years, president of the station operations. Now you're at Fox. Big challenges, aren't there?
Well, the business has gone through radical change all along with technology. I mean, I used to edit with spit and a razor blade and some glue, but now, you know, it's all digital and technology advances. But even more than that is we're in a 500-channel universe now, and, you know, it's just a totally different business. And the internet has come along, and the social media, and so you know, it's not like the good old days when there were just a few of us doing it.
Dennis, what is the biggest problem facing you and management with the responsibility? We're all FCC licensed.
Biggest problem, it's real simple, is you have so many people now fighting for content and at the same time fighting for the ad dollars. So it's hard to control your costs because you're competing against so many people, and yet the advertising, while it continues to grow, it's being, you know, hit on by so many different sources. And so the revenue is down in our business for us in local television from a few years back, and you have to adjust. You got to come up with a different business plan, and that's, but technology allows for that, and that's what we're doing now.
Absolutely.
But it's still about content.
It's still about content, and it's still about having the ability to provide a first-class service.
It doesn't make any difference to me how the signal or what it is,
yes,
you know, whether it comes by satellite, by wire, by the internet, but when it gets to where it's got to go, it better be something that people want to see. So it's still about content, which is why we're here on Long Island, because there's so much news that happens out here, and it's imperative that we make sure that we have it covered.
Well, continued success to the Fox stations, 5 and 9 here in New York. And I know your responsibilities extend nationwide, but I'm not going to ask you who's going to win American Idol, because
yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, continued success. We're joined by our hosts today, our co-hosts for today's Fair Media Council Folio Awards, Kristine Johnson and Chris Wragge. You guys produce such a great show and great energy, and wow, we love watching you on CBS.
Well, thank you. We're happy to have you watching us on CBS, that's for sure. But yeah, we feel as though the show continues to evolve. Chris and I work well together, so in that respect, we're pretty blessed.
Is he a good guy to work with?
Do you want the truth?
Subtitles?
Well, I know he's accomplished.
Say what you're supposed to say. We'll run subtitles across the bottom of the screen in post-production, what you really mean. No, you know, it's funny, you talk about producing a great show. Wait until you see what we are about to do here at these Folio Awards. Well, it's going to be.
I've come to appreciate in both of you that you're both young, you're both active. When we had that flooding, you guys were out on the street.
Oh, you saw that,
and, yeah,
huh?
I saw that. And you were both, you know,
knee-deep in it.
Knee-deep in it.
Yeah.
So this is part of what you bring. You're very active in what you're about.
It helps just because it gives it a different look. I mean, you can only see people sitting in a studio so many times, and we do like being out and kind of mixing with the people more so than just being in a studio every day. So when things like that happen, it enables us, luckily we've got a good enough staff that they have all the confidence in the world in us to be able to not only pull it off, but they can also help us get out there and do what we need to do, spread the message and help people out. It's much easier to actually deal with the story when you're there with the folks rather than hearing about it through reporters and secondhand sources.
It really makes a big difference to the viewer. I mean, when they see us out there, it's a connection that you just can't make when you're in the studio. So in that respect, it really, really makes a difference.
Well, you both have the market cornered on being young and good-looking and handsome.
That's very kind of you. No, it's on Kristine's business card, as a matter of fact.
And knowledgeable, so all the best. You started out in local news before coming to New York, right?
Yeah, Providence, Rhode Island is where I started. I was hired as a part-time assignment editor, and I pretty much did every job in that newsroom that you could do, working behind the scenes, and then I eventually got my break in front of the camera.
And Chris, your background?
My background was fishing, to be honest with you. No, I'm kidding. I was a long-time fisherman, long wharfman. No, I started as a sportscaster. Played football at the University of New Hampshire and got my first job as a sideline reporter for the Big East Network, and then it was just kind of a steamroll effect from there. It just kind of all builds from year to year.
We have a distinguished guest who's here today, Ed Mangano, who's the county executive of all of Nassau County, and great to catch up with you, Ed.
Great to be here.
Events like this, Fair Media Council bringing the media to Long Island, is something that you value, isn't it?
Oh, it's just very important to have a strong advocate like the Fair Media Council, making certain that the coverage here and the issues here in Nassau County are brought to light and be able to be discussed and looked at. It's just so very important. It helps us governmentally. It helps us from a civic perspective as well.
It must be difficult being a county executive given the economy that we still find ourselves in.
Extremely challenging position these days, and we're working hard to meet the challenge.
Nassau County, our TV station is FiOS 14, so
Right.
we're now seen in Nassau County. Originally, we were just on the eastern end of Long Island. That's why we're called Hamptons TV.
All right, well, we'll have to change that, get a little Nassau logo on there for
Might
you.
have to call it Glen Cove or
There you
something
go.
like that. Nassau County has so much to offer, but it's a diverse community that has special needs when it comes to the media, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It is a diverse community. It has important issues that should be discussed and brought to light. You know, and the media helps keep everybody honest, and it helps us promote our interests both here in Nassau County, but also the type of media coverage that you provide. You know, our colleagues in government and the federal government and the state government see the coverage and they begin to understand the issues in a different light, and they hear from residents. You cover all sides. It's just so very important that we get media coverage on the events that are affecting our lives here in Nassau County.
So this is a nice break from the usual.
This is
Keeping those taxes down.
This is a wonderful break considering the challenges that we deal with every day in my office. But it is as important, as you said in your opening statements, and important that we come together to promote our interests here in Nassau County.
Well, congratulations to you, Ed, and to Nassau County. We're here to celebrate media here on Long Island,
Absolutely.
and thanks for representing such a great county.
My pleasure.
It's great to be joined by our good friend Jerry Kramer. Jerry, former part of the New York State Legislature, attorney, and member here of the Fair Media Council. A big day is planned, isn't it?
Well, this is a big event for Long Island. I think it's very important to remind the outside world over the Nassau-Queens border that Long Island could be a state bigger than 21 other states, and that Long Island is a place where things happen, and our major concern is that the things that we do here on Long Island are portrayed fairly by the media in New York City, and that they understand how important Long Island is to the state's economy.
As someone who's been actively involved in government, in not-for-profits, in business, what are your major concerns these days?
Well, number one is to spread the message that we're coming out of this recession, and that things are going to get a lot brighter and a lot better here in this region. Number two is that we shouldn't be exporting all of our young people and all of our young talent out of the Long Island region to other places, because there will be a lot of other opportunities. And the other message is to the people who want to build housing and to want to do the right thing. We need to have more facilities for our young people to be able to stay here and afford to be here. But, you know, we have big agendas, and the media is our outlet to the real world.
That it is. Jerry, I know you're a very powerful man. Not only in strength,
not
but
at home, not at home.
You're the man who can get things done, and I know you care about this community, which is most important. And it's great catching up with you. We're looking forward to hearing your opening statement.
And I appreciate everything you do for Long Island and for the region.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
Thank you.
It's so great to catch up with Lou Leone. Lou, you are the man who oversees Fox 5, Fox 9, big responsibilities, but this event coming here every year is important to you.
Oh, absolutely. Long Island is a tremendous community, a big part of our viewership area, and we try to cover it as best we can. And we love coming out here every year to focus on achievements of people in the media as relates to their presence in Long Island and stories they do about Long Island.
An important part of the Fair Media Council is education. There are a lot of people who want to go and break their way into media, news,
right.
TV, radio, print. I know you're ably qualified to speak of TV.
Sure.
What's your advice for them?
Last year would have been run as far away as you can from our industry, but I think we're making a pretty good comeback. And my advice would be become as able-bodied as you can in as many functions as you can. So in other words, learn to write, shoot, edit, produce. All of those skills are going to be necessary going forward. People need to be multitaskers and multifunctional and conquer all those disciplines. That's coming
like
yourself. You
well,
do it all, right?
I hope so. I hope so. Not as many. Maybe one or two
Just
of the list.
Put that camera on a tripod and go. Yeah, come on.
Hey, Lou, it's a pleasure to see you.
Hey,
You're a
nice
man
to see
who has awesome responsibilities running 2 TV stations here in the New York market. But thanks for taking time and
my
being
pleasure.
part of the Folio
It's great to be here.
It's always great catching up with Steve Hawilli of WordHampton. And today you're going to be honored with an award here at the Fair Media Council.
Very fortunate, actually 2. One for best use of Facebook on behalf of Bedell Sellers, who we collaborated with, and another one, the Media Savvy Award for Long Island Restaurant Week, and we're really, really honored to receive both those awards.
Now, you're a Long Island business, WordHampton's. A little bit about what the company does.
Well, we're considered Long Island's #1 hospitality firm, so that means that we're covering restaurants and hotels and getting them the best exposure that we can do. And with that comes implementing social media, so that's why we entered for the social media categories, and because Jackie introduced social media categories this year, and we're very fortunate to have been winners twice today.
Well, congratulations, you're cutting edge. This is the man who started Restaurant Week here on Long Island.
I'm guilty.
He's guilty of it. He eats very well. Only the best restaurants are your clients, and it's great having you at this event and bringing your cutting edge technologies to this media.
Well, congratulations to VVH too. You guys are awesome.
When we talk about covering the Long Island beat, no one knows more about that than this gentleman, Greg Sergel of WNBC. And congratulations, you've been part of this Fair Media Council and the Folio Awards. It's a big responsibility covering news in any local market, isn't it, Greg?
It is, and especially in this one, because it's such a huge market, but we're in the shadow of the largest market in the world, but yet there's 3 million people out here with a lot of different stories and issues, so it's a great challenge to work out here, but one we enjoy.
Greg, you've been part of the Long Island beat, New York City beat for a number of years. Prior to being part of NBC, started out in local media somewhere, right?
I did. I worked here on Long Island at a radio station, WGSM, in the 80s, and then I went to News 12 Long Island, and I was there for a wonderful 9 or 10 years, and then went to Channel 4. I also worked a little bit in the Midwest where I went to college, but almost my entire career has been here.
Well, you are a perfect example of what the Fair Media Council is all about. Quality in broadcasting, but also someone who started here on Long Island, got their beginnings here, and bring every day your sensibilities to covering news in a very fair way.
Yeah, the council has been a tremendous advocate for the coverage of news on Long Island from the very beginning. They helped to push New York City stations out here, and now we as a station have always had a tremendous commitment to Long Island, and it continues today. And so, you know, the council played a big role in that, and also the vision of our station. I mean, we realize the importance of this area, and we want to bring the stories that happen here to our viewers in New Jersey and in the city and in Connecticut, because we all share a common lifestyle, common concerns, and so that's why it's important what we do out here.
And I'm with the president and general manager of NBC. This is the fellow who runs WNBC in New York, and it's an honor to see you.
Well,
and
it's great to be here. It's an exciting event. We always look forward to coming out here, and it's such an important area in the New York region, and we want to make sure we're doing a good job out here, and it's good.
Absolutely. WNBC is very active in the community. Now it's not only TV, but it's your websites, it's all sorts of information. Boy, has that job grown, hasn't it, Tom?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, as audience fragment with their media choices, you know, everyone's using Blackberries and computers. Our job's gotten a little more, not a little more difficult, but we have to think more about how we're going to get the story out. And the great news is we have a great team, professionals that are really understand how to do that. So hopefully you're following our website.
Oh, not only, right. I'm a regular watcher of WNBC. We're very proud of what you guys are doing. So what's new at WNBC News? You've got that established team. You've got one guy who's from Southampton named Chuck Scarborough.
Chuck Scarborough's out here a lot. Again, a recent Emmy Award nominee. So Chuck's doing a great job. We got a great team. Just won seven Emmy Awards at the recent New York Emmys. So just the quality of work coming out of the team's been fantastic. We got a great community group out here today. So it's all is good.
Has it become more difficult covering news in this digital age?
It's become different. You know, what we're able to do is not only with our teams that are out here, but also viewers. We're able to engage viewers very differently with smartphones, with computer technology, with digital pictures, with digital video, and the ability for that to send it to us. It's been very interesting how we've been able to engage audiences in some of our news gathering, and it's been great. Stories like the storms, where we would ordinarily have to rely just on our crews. We have viewers sending in pictures, we have viewers sending in video. It gives us a perspective that nobody had before, just because we have a lot more sources out there. So it's been very fun, you know, as we've kind of looked at this together and really involved our viewers in it. So,
well, the biggest change, your mandate is local news, but now local news is an earthquake in Haiti, or it could be anywhere in the world, and your news teams are dispatched throughout the world.
Yes. Well, for story, you know, Haiti was an important story because there's such a big Haitian community in the New York area, and you know, our job is to serve the community. So, again, for that story, we sent a couple of people down there in conjunction with NBC News, which is also something nice we have, so that we can help cover this in a more complete fashion for those communities here in New York and the New York City area that are impacted by it.
Well, continued success. I always say this to you. I'll send you my resume.
No. Well, thank you.
And when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Oh, thank you.
An important part of the Fair Media Council is the fact that we appeal to all the groups that are part of the media. And it's not only radio, television, newspapers, and Telemundo's represented. Jose Morales, great to see you.
My pleasure, thank you.
Telemundo has really become a major force breaking news in New York, not only for the Spanish community, but for everyone in New York.
Definitely, we have lots of bilingual citizens here in the area, and we got to serve our community. We of course serve in Spanish, but we have platforms, bilingual platforms on the web and mobile, so we welcome them all.
Telemundo has grown in recent years. What a fine team you have. And Telemundo is New York television.
We are, and you know, the census is out there in a couple of months, and we're going to prove our audiences that we have more power today than we had a few years ago. We're only going to get bigger, so we as a station, we got to make sure that we serve our community, their needs, and also, you know, empower our people to make sure that this huge city can give them what they need.
It's so great catching up with Rosanna Scotto.
We
love you.
How are you?
You know, but we miss Ernie too. You know, when you and Ernie were together hosting this great event.
But how about my partner, Greg Kelly?
Well,
he's doing a nice job, right?
He is. He's pretty good.
He's funny.
He's pretty good.
He's got a dry sense of humor. Sometimes it's more dry than sense of humor, but he's good.
Well, you guys have some great morning show.
Thank you. You know, I don't know if you've been watching lately, but we're really doing a great mix of newsmakers with some entertainment and lifestyle pieces, but we're really trying to reflect what's happening in our neighborhoods and give you a good idea of what's happening with the budget in Albany, the things that really matter now.
You know, when I see you and your career, you're so much a part of the community. You're a real person who is doing this, and you're working mom, you're raising your family owns businesses here in New York. And we're so proud of what you do.
Thank you. I feel privileged. I've had a lot of beautiful things happen in my life. I have 2 beautiful kids. I've got a great career. I love my family. Fresco Restaurant's doing great. And you know, we're blessed. I mean, we're definitely blessed, but we also we give back to the community a lot. It's very important. It's something that my parents always ingrained in me from, you know, since I was a toddler, to get back out there, say thank you, and to do nice things for other people as well.
Well, you know, there are a whole host of people who are in school right now who want to be in the business because they want to be like Rosanna Scotto.
Isn't that nice?
So continued success to you.
Thank
maybe
you.
We'll catch up with your partner here. Wait a second.
I think Gregory.
You know what?
Gregory. He never stops talking for a second. I got such problems with him. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Gregory.
I'm talking to Olivia.
Olivia, hi.
Okay, we'll get on to him in a second. Wait. We'll catch him in a second.
We'll catch him in a second. Hey, listen, thank you so much. Thank you for watching Good Day New York. Thank you for being you. We love you. We watch you all the time.
I know you're
life great. I can't wait for the summer.
I know you're a Hamptonite also, so you have an opportunity to catch us.
I can't wait for the summer. I want to slow down. I want to see the sun again. It's been a horrible winter. I want to see, you know, the waves crashing on the shore. And I want a few days off from Greg. Don't say anything.
Thank you, Rosanna. I won't say anything. Well, the other half of the Fox Morning news program, Greg Kelly. So, Greg, what is it like working with Rosanna?
Is that what this interview is going to be about?
No, well, you know, she's the star. I mean, she's right there, and we just spoke to her.
I had doubts about this. Listen, number one, she is my favorite person in the world outside of my family. You know what I mean? She is terrific. Never met anybody like her in broadcasting. She's so genuine. She's so warm. I don't know what I would do without her. Seriously.
Well, you guys have created a real fine team because you both are different. I mean, you bring your energy, you bring your enthusiasm. She brings her energy, enthusiasm, and skill. I mean, she can run a whole TV station 24/7. But you guys have created such a great show every morning. It's never the same.
The energy and the enthusiasm gets us in trouble from time to time, but it is we're really enjoying ourselves. It's a fun show. I think it serves a purpose, and we're just having a blast.
Well, today we're celebrating the Folio Awards, and this is the best in local media, news, radio, print. Yourself, where did you begin your start in local media?
My first job was at WIVT News Channel 34 in Binghamton, New York, a small station upstate, and I started after a career in the Marine Corps. I was a little bit older than most of my colleagues, but I would like current events, and I wanted to be in the news business, and that's where I started, and I loved it from day one.
Fabulous. Well, continued success. We love the team, and Scotto and Kelly. Okay. So keep going for
Kelly and Scotto. All right, come on. Come on.
All right. In your case, I'll say that. But when she comes back, it's going to be Scotto and Kelly.
This is why the media is not trusted. Ernie, well, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Joke
out. Wait a second. Okay, wait a second. So is it Scotto and Kelly or Kelly
Scotto and Kelly?
I've got to get it right, for my...
What is it? Scotto and Kelly. Oh,
okay.
Scotto, Kelly.
She does like to be the center of attention.
All right, so it's not alphabetical.
Alphabetically, Kelly. Look, it's fine. If that's what she wants, that's what she gets.
Okay.
Look, huh?
All right, we'll work it out, but
He's
keep watching these two.
Well, he's almost like a good husband. He's starting to say yes, dear.
Why do we agree to this? Huh?
Well, I thank you anyway.
Hey, Ernie, thank you
so
very much. No, it's our pleasure. Just kidding.